You think we're gonna beat all these games?
Revenge of the Empire.
Revenge.
Yeah.
Damn.
Their base is ripe for the taking. The Death Star's destruction will be repaid in blood.
Oh, we've already destroyed the Death Star?
I guess so. Well, they destroyed our Death Star.
We kind of missed that.
We're the bad boys. So yeah, this is Yavin here.
Okay. So this is the Rebel base.
It's the Rebel base where they launched the strike from, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's the Battle of Yavin. So it must have been referenced in the second movie because it happened in the first movie.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. I do like how the story of this game starts before episode 4 and then kind of goes through it from a different perspective. But just right at the end.
Yes.
Because you said we're pretty close to the end, right?
This is the penultimate mission.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's looking pretty good for Vaughn to finish this game before me. Because we just got to the start of the penultimate chapter in
Bounty Hunter.
In Bounty Hunter, yeah. So unless chapter 5 is like one boss fight, I don't think I'm even in the running.
I don't know how hard these missions will be. I don't know if I have done them.
Oh, really?
So we will find out, yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Okay, you all know the mission.
Capture the water
The
fountain.
rebel base is located in that ancient temple over there. Our first
That
job is
ancient
to take
temple
that-
over
Yep.
there.
It's located in the ruins of that stone fountain just ahead.
This is a cool looking planet.
Yeah,
This looks like Dinosaur
this level
Planet
is
from
really
Star
cool.
Fox Adventures. So the Rebel base was here, but you never actually get to see the planet. The planet's supposed to be covered in like ruins or something.
Yeah, it is covered in ruins, but oh, we got blown up.
You did.
Oh, Nemo.
Here's a Poochie.
She's being good today.
She is being good today.
So the rain just kind of keeps her calm?
Yeah, she doesn't like thunderstorms.
Oh, okay.
So if it's like thundering, she just like lays down and kind of shivers. She really doesn't like it. But if it's just raining, she gets like half of that effect, I guess.
Okay.
So she just kind of like lays down a lot and keeps really quiet. But she's not like out of commission like when there's thunder. But yeah, she seems to be affected by rain. And because it's a pretty light rain, she's super chill. And she certainly doesn't want to go outside. So Vaughn, something pretty cool happened in the last
Our next
couple of
objective is
weeks.
to capture the command post under the viaduct. Gather your
what's that?
forces. It'll be a tough slog.
I got a random YouTube comment.
Shit.
There's a tree there.
Thank you.
I got a random YouTube comment on a
I saw a little bit about this.
on a do a barrel roll video, which happens from time to time, where somebody was like, "Hey, I want to use this song in a blah blah blah. Is that cool?" And like, you're like, "Sure, whatever." Like I've had comments like that before, and and then you never hear anything about it.
Right.
Obviously. Well, this guy a while ago was that guy moonwalking?
Looks like it.
He's like that Cowboys receiver.
That fucking guy.
He commented on this video, which is like one of I think it's like our second most viewed video. It's pretty popular. And he's like, "Hey, I want to use this in an animation that I'm working on. Is that all right?" And because I've had so many comments where people are like, ask that and then you never hear anything, I said, "Yeah, that's cool. Send it to me when you're done."
So I can see it in action, yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't want to make it sound like you can't use it unless I think your thing is cool. Just like, let me see it. And, a pretty good amount of time went by. And then, sure enough, he like commented on the video again and was like, "Hey, here's the thing that I made. Thank you." And initially I was just like, "Oh, cool. This guy like actually remembered that I asked him that." And
it was Pokemon, yeah?
And he took the time. Yeah, the song is from Pokemon, Gold and Silver, New Barktown. And I thought it was cool that the guy actually remembered and took the time to send me a link to the thing that he made. And, I'm not gonna lie. When
come on.
when I went to click on it,
Oh no!
I didn't have
Shit.
high expectations. I figured it was just gonna be like downloaded images in like a slideshow with like music. You know, I was setting the bar really low. But I get to it and I start watching it, and it has this very like early 2000s like flash animation look to it, but like good from that era animation, not like stick figures, but like just like hand drawn, very like fluid motion. And I started watching it for a couple minutes, and it was like in the morning when I was getting ready for work and eating breakfast or whatever. And he's got other music going. It's like a lot of like reorchestrated type Pokemon music.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know how much of it was actually from the Pokemon reorchestrated project, but it all had that same kind of MIDI orchestral feel.
Reinforcements are near the
Like orchestral remixes of various Pokemon songs. And as I was watching it, I realized that the video is like 30 minutes long. It's really long, maybe like 22 minutes. And it goes from it follows the journey of Pokemon Trainer Red from the beginning of Pokemon Red and Blue all the way up to him becoming the champion, and then the new trainers starting in Pokemon Gold and Silver, aspiring to Red,
jeez.
all the way up until Gold, meeting Red and battling him and winning. So it covers a really long span of the story, and the guy just uses like really thoughtful animation. Like whenever he animates a lot of the Pokemon or certain attacks by certain Pokemon,
The attacks are like look like they're from the game almost.
exactly.
Yeah,
He'll
it's
take
really
like the
cool
same
effect.
animation from the game, and so there's really cool like little nods like that throughout it, and
We're coming in.
then the very the very end of it is Gold being like an adult, and he like is revisiting his childhood home, I guess, and he like sees pictures of him with his friends and a picture of him with Red or something, and he sees like pictures of his old Pokemon, and then like his old mom is like standing in the doorway, and it was like this super emotional moment actually, and I was not expecting it to hit me so hard, and that was the part that they used our music for.
So one guy too.
That animated it?
Yeah.
He said he made it over the course of like several years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I'm sure if he was doing it by himself while, you know, presumably working
Jesus.
some kind of day job and not doing it full time, I'm sure it took him a long time to put it all together. But it was just really cool that like the animation itself was really cool in its own right, and I would have enjoyed it
Oh shit.
even if our music hadn't been in it. But the fact that like the ending was like probably the most like that's the part of the video that hit the home the most, because I am an adult now who grew up playing Pokemon, and I'm looking back, and so that hit me like
shit.
super hard. And then to like be hit super hard emotionally by your own playing of the music was just a super surreal experience. So it was like flattering and like cool, all these different things at the same time. But I'll have to post the link in the description so people can check it out, because the guy definitely deserves all the shout outs he can get.
And there's no voices in it, right? It's all just
No, there's no dialogue whatsoever. Yeah,
But
so
it's cool that it like speaks through expressions though, and like
yeah, it also helps it move a lot faster.
yeah.
Because instead of having to listen to an entire conversation, you just get like an exchange of glances, and then you know it's all implied. But yeah, it's really good, really good. I highly recommend it.
Okay, you all know the mission. The rebel base is located in that ancient temple over there.
And it's certainly nice to be
First job is
included,
to take the rebel command
Yeah.
post located in the ruins
especially
of that
like
stone
old
temple.
music that I like forget is still out there, as we're like busy working on new music.
How far back does that song go that he used?
Well, I mean, I think it's from 2015, so it's like as old as our show.
Wow.
Maybe older. That might even be 2014. I'd have to double check. But I mean, It was like a different lineup of the band, and like a totally different sound, and we were focused on totally different things at the time. It was quite some time ago. Ooh. I'm pulling it up right now. Because a voice in my head is telling it that it might even be older than I think. You doing all right here, Vaughn? You capping?
Oh yeah, we got this.
Our next objective is to capture the command post under the viaduct.
This mission doesn't seem too hard yet.
It seems a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my current Django jungle mission.
I feel like just the level design of some of these later missions benefits the playstyle of the campaign.
Sure. I mean, it seems
Better
like there's a
than
lot more
others.
cover here.
Yeah.
It's
The objectives are kind of
less
spaced out.
corridors.
Yeah, the corridors are what. And look, like my team's actually moving with me.
Yeah.
That just what doesn't happen in like the hallway missions. They just kind of fart around doing nothing.
Right.
My team has tanks. That helps quite a bit.
That does help. Well, I can't pull this up right now, but I think it was 2015, maybe 2016.
But yeah, if you are
when we
watching
made that
this,
video.
if you guys have watched like Boys Lock, you should probably watch that video. It's really
Oh yeah, if you enjoy Boys Lock, you would definitely enjoy that video. Because it kind of follows the same story
the story arc, yeah.
as Boys Lock.
Jesus.
But it also draws pretty heavily on the manga. It's definitely mostly focused on the video games because he paid a lot of attention to detail as far as like what certain people's Pokemon's movesets were, and he made sure that they used those moves.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So that
That's
was really
cool
cool.
too. Ah, so close.
Like when he's fighting Lance and he's using Thunder Wave, and one of them has Blizzard, and one of them has Fire Blast. Like he paid attention to all that different stuff. That was really cool. And I like the idea that that Lance got his Charizard from Red.
Yeah.
That was something that he inserted into his own narrative, which is pretty cool because there's no reference to that in the game, and as far as I can remember, there's not in the manga either.
Now rush the
But it's kind of cool because like Lance's lineup is different in Gen 2, and the biggest difference is that he has a Charizard. Everything else is kind of the same. And he says in the Gold and Silver games that he was like friends with Red and fought alongside him. So that would make sense.
All right, here we go. We're gonna ram our way into this again.
With your IFTT.
All right, we're in. Definitely not supposed to be able to do that. but-
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Like you're not supposed to be able to get past these walls.
No, not really. But we're here. Jesus. Everything's exploding around us.
Are these tanks in any of the movies?
I don't know, actually. A lot of it's like the kind of thing you see like once, and they just like decided to make it like,
Or it was like parked in the background somewhere?
yeah.
Did that thing just appear?
What's that?
Oh,
I zoomed in.
yeah, you
so-
can't see that thing.
Yeah.
That was bizarre.
Rebel counterattack could start at any second. Defend the reflecting pool with all your might.
The reflecting pool. For 2 minutes?
Yeah, this is.
How the heck are we supposed to stay alive in here for 2 minutes?
Yeah, with all this shit going on. It helps that there's a couple of turrets that I took out that it's benefiting a lot now that
I saw you throw out your
eliminated
little
them.
drone guy, too.
I actually destroyed one. That was the enemies.
Oh. All right, you're doing good. You're
Yeah,
doing good. You
this
got
is
some
good.
guys here.
Oh. Jesus. I'm gonna drop a mine right here. Oh. Let's clear that guy out first.
Oh, you got a little claymore thing,
Yep. So now if a guy walks
Yeah.
on that, he'll just die.
so you don't have to.
How about you leave? Oh, okay.
Damn it! KVP Astar.
Oh, I can respawn here. That's really good.
Oh, because you capped it, right?
Yep. Oh, shit. They must have taken it. They're working on taking it. That's not good.
The Empire have to do to secure a victory
Shit.
on this accursed planet.
What?
We lost.
Well, how did you lose?
They capped it that quickly.
Holy smokes!
Yep. He said, "What does the Empire have to do to secure a victory on this accursed planet?" Is what he said.
He basically said, like, whose dick do you gotta suck to get a Death Star around here? Should we cut it off here?
Let's give it one more quick go.
All right, one more quick go. Brought to you by Vaughn.
But we could probably get the sign off going,
All right.
and I'll see if I can.
So next week on
Make
the
something
show, Django's in the jungle.
Okay, you all
Jungle
know the mission.
Django.
The rebel base
And
is located in that ancient temple over there.
Then Vaughn will be
Our
back
first job is to take the rebel command
on
post
Yavin
located in the
Yavin
ruins
4
of
again,
Stone Fountain just ahead.
trying to rewrite history so that the Empire wins.
Unfortunately,
And
I think we know what
on Wednesday, the grand finale
Yes, this of the Super Bowl.
of the Super Bowl.
Things are not looking good.
Things are not looking good for the boys. Stay tuned to see if we can pull it out. See if we can pull out a win here.
Can miracles happen?
Can miracles happen?
Do you believe at home?
Yeah, it's okay to believe.
It's okay to believe.
But we'll see you for that. And jump on the Discord. Say hello. Tell us what you want to see in year 4.
Which is coming up.
It's coming
When
up.
is the
coming up?
when is the anniversary? Do you know?
I mean, our channel anniversary is technically already passed at April 5th.
Okay. But we've traditionally kind of cut it off at the end of April, right? Like the years.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of varied.
Is that the canon?
The new year has usually started in June
Ah, okay.
because we like take a break and let things from the previous year finish. So it's a bit disjointed. But yeah, let us know what you want to see, and we'll check in with you soon.